We started very early today. We started very early because I don't want to, delay the program. So let me just start at this hour. I know some of you may be tired from work. Some of you are still busy, but let's see how many of you that have chance to be with us this moment. Okay, the title is very, very self-explanatory. It is a trending news, and we are going to go through it. I'm so happy. You can see I'm smiling. So, guys, as you join me, please don't forget to like the video. I don't know why some of us don't want to like the video when we are live. It is very, very good you do so. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Remember, we have a backup channel as well called the Kai Report Clip News. So once you type Kai Report, you see it. So if you want me to share the link, just let me know. I will do that. So guys, we are back again. We're back. So I just want to share with us this information and just a kind of reaction video, but it is something that all of us are proud of. When I told you that Biafran government in exile is a prayer answer to many things, to many people, not only Biafrans, because in Africa, most of us don't know what it takes to be free. What you have to do, what you need to do, and how to go about it. This is Nigeria news share, all right? And this is the information. Just hold on, let me see if I can clean the camera a bit because I can see that it's blonde. Okay, all right, let's see. Yeah, there you go. Better. So now you can see this news. The Biafran government in exile drags Nigerian government to AU over Nnamdi Kanu's detention, Biafra referendum. These two things. That's what I said here. And this is just a few hours ago, all right, that I was watching the program as well. And this is another one. Okay, another news. Let me see what is the name of this one. Okay, different government. I cannot see the platform. Okay, Biafra drags Nigerian government to AU over Nnamdi Kanu's detention and Biafra referendum. Let me see, because I don't want something that's not allowed to share in this platform to be shared. So the news is trending, to be honest with you, and many news outlets are they're sharing it, which is very, very nice to see. The attorney of Biafran government in exile is what gives me joy. I just love his awareness about what we are going through. I watched the whole program, and I am very, very proud of Biafran government in exile. This is what PM said. All right, Biafran Republic government in exile, okay, has petitioned the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, an organ of the African Union, okay, in Banjul, Gambia, over the continued detention by the Nigerian government of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and the Declaration of Restoration of Independent State of Biafra. Jonathan Lee, a Biafran government attorney and international legal consultant, made this known in a statement he issued on Friday during an online international press briefing. Okay. Please, if you are not hearing me, let me know, and I would like us to like the video. Please give the video a thumbs up so that others will join us as we are saying, broadcasting. In the letter, Biafran government headed by Biafran Prime Minister, that's Master Ekpa, requested that the commission appointed a special rapporteur, okay, to address alleged economic and human rights abuse in the southeastern Nigeria. This is another news outlet attached. Let me see. Let me click on it and see what I have to say about it. Okay. All right. This is the news you can see here. You can see the news here. So when that's one thing I noticed is that people from many news media are following PM, and that is one thing that many people don't like. Some of them said that he's like what Gaddafi said last time. He said that his Twitter is his Supreme Court or whatever he called that, which that is out of jealousy. All right, that is out of jealousy. But we are not here to discuss about Gaddafi. We are here to go through the information that is trending, the what Biafran government leaders have done and what they intend to do, what they intend to achieve with it. So we are going to go through it one by one. And the video, we are going to play it as well. All right, so let me go straight to the video. Here is the program. Let's start with okay. Let me shift it a bit. Just a moment. Okay, this is a Biafran. Let me see where she starts. I don't want any sound. I'm sorry about that. Counter reports on human rights practices in Nigeria by the Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights and Labor indicted Nigerian government in so many ways of human rights abuse, violations, incarcerations, and killings, closely related to the search for peace. Sorry about that. The Abba killing, which said creating a very dangerous Just a moment. Let me set it properly before any other thing because I don't want. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister Sani Aparawa. Greetings, everyone. His Excellency Simon Eber. Okay, we are good to go. Dr. Jonathan Levy, Brigade Cabinet members, the FAT Cabinet administrators, county and regional directors, stakeholders, media personnel present, Biafrans and friends of Biafrans. Welcome to the first ever press conference by the Biafra government in relation to the African Commission on Human and People's Rights. My name is Dr. Ngozi Roberza, the Chief of Staff to the Biafran Prime Minister. Welcome, everyone. The 2023 Counter Reports on Human Rights Practices in Nigeria by the Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights and Labor indicted Nigerian government in so many ways of human rights abuse, violations, incarcerations, and killings, closely related to the search for peace and reduction of killings in Africa is the International Crisis Group Report on African Union. Among the 8 major priorities in 2024 by African Union is the Biafran Amazonia Alliance, signed in Finland in 2023 during the Biafra Referendum Conference under the leadership of His Excellency Simon Eber. This conference heralded the Biafra Charter
and other important documents have paved way for Biafra declaration later this year. Today, Biafrans, through their Prime Minister and our Council, has continued to bring to world attention the violations, oppression, suppression, and inhumane treatment that Biafrans go through under the Nigerian government.
So that is Ngozi Oraveze, delivering her speech. One thing I want us to, the reason why I'm playing this is for you to know how the program started and how their plan they have and the arrangement is second to none. Now I will try to shift it to where the attorney made his own speech before we can now do what we need to do with it. Just bear with me. Sometimes, okay, let's listen to PM first. Let's listen to PM. I just want to pick the key places that we need to, address. Okay, let's start from here. It's muted.
Of peace, Biafran Prime Minister, His Excellency Agune Chamber, Obatobie Mazi Simon M. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Chief of Staff of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile and the de facto government in Oman. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Good evening, cabinet members, ministers, heads of department, friends of Biafrans, ladies and gentlemen of the press. I welcome every one of you this evening. Good evening, our international attorney, Dr. Levy. I welcome you to this very first ever Biafra Republic Government in Exile press briefing to inform Biafrans on the milestone of this government within a very short period of time, especially on this Banjul court development. My fellow Biafrans, since I was elected the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, I made sure that we fulfill the promise to the Biafra people by following the template and liberating Biafra using multi-dimensional approach. The multi-dimensional approach, the political...
Anthony, good evening to you. Thank you so much for your comments. Please help me like the video.
In self-defense.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Approach.
You're welcome.
The reason for that is that while we are following the international most acceptable way of liberating people that are being subjugated or enslaved by the oppressors, we as well, and at the same time, decided to protect and defend ourselves against a known terrorist state called Nigeria. So my fellow Biafrans, we continue to pursue the freedom of Biafra people using every mechanism necessary. Of course, there is a need for us to also
thank you so much. Thank you, Anthony.
Judicial approach. Today, we are in Banjul court with the Nigeria terrorist state.
Exactly.
The Nigeria terrorist state, many people may not understand why we continue to address Nigeria as a terrorist state. A country where terrorists are reintegrated within 6 months of so-called surrender. Knowing fully well that you cannot reintegrate terrorists within 6 months. In fact, terrorism is something that is very ideological. It is not something you are going to solve by putting people in one place you call a camp and giving them food and teaching them how to live a life and make food, or how to run and do trainings, and then after 6 months, you will say that you have now de-radicalized them. There is no point in de-radicalizing a terrorist that is very ideological. And today we have seen the effect of those whom they claim to have been de-radicalized and reintegrated into the society, including recruiting them into military, police, air force, navy, and all that. We've seen the havoc, menace they cause in our land, and when they are recruited, they deploy them to Biafra territory, and they will begin to burn villages, houses, instead of protecting the people. And of course, the reason for that is not very, very far from what we have been suspecting for a very long time: Islamization of Nigeria. We do not have anything against Islam, but we expect the other people to also respect our choice of religion. We are Christians, Jewish, and of course, traditional worshippers. And you cannot force us to embrace a different religion.
Richard, I thank you. You're welcome.
Or that we don't want in our life.
Armstrong is here. I welcome you guys.
That is the reason you see many killings, ethnic cleansing, annihilation of many ethnic groups, and of course other indigenous nationalities within the Niger area. And Biafra people have stood up to resist that particular barbarism and massacre of different ethnic nationalities within the Niger area. Biafrans are resisting it, and for that reason, in as much as we want peace,
guys, please like the video, like the video, like the video.
If we want to exit Nigeria, we must make sure that our women and children are not killed like before. We must make sure that we don't go out to the street and give ourselves very cheaply to the Nigeria state to be massacred. We've seen a massacre of Biafrans from 1999, after many, many years from after the war. We've seen the emergence of Biafra from 1999 under Massaud.
Okay, I am going to pause it here. That is where I want to stop. Not because what he said is different from maybe he not say something that is bad for you to hear, but we all have watched this. Why I'm bringing it for you to hear what he said is for you to know how he laid the foundation, just like the Ngozi did her own. All those things is because the steps that government are taking is not something that you say, oh, I don't know the plan. I don't know what to expect. What you need to see is what you are seeing. And PM says something very interesting in that broadcast. He says that we don't post everything. When he was talking about people in the homeland, how they're voting, how the voting is going on and all that. He said that he don't post everything because of security reason. Somebody asked a question because after this program, after the speech he made, the attorney also made his own speech, and the attorney sounds very, very okay. I love what he said when he talked about the right of people to defend themselves. We watched a video of the army chief, all right, saying that Nigerian government is now working with the Finnish government to see how they can do what they have been looking for, which is to give them PM. So the attorney says something that you cannot arrest somebody that is telling people or that stands on self-defense. Self-defense is not a crime. That international law is not a crime. And PM said also that he know what these people don't know. Not that he know what they know, but he know what they don't know. So, like me, for example, I don't even know that Biafra government in exile have rights to do what they are doing now. I don't know before. But after the emergence of this Biafra government in exile, PM said something about it when he was explaining to Biafrans the importance of this government, what you should expect from the government. And We are seeing it now. We are seeing it now. That's why you can see that the way the Biafran land is being protected from, not that you will not see crime, of course you will. Even in America, you still see some people having one or committing one crime to another. You will see, but it's not the agenda of the enemy. What they want to do in that land cannot be, they can't execute it anymore because everybody's awakening. Everybody's awakening. So now they are suing Nigerian government to AU. That is another thing that I want us to discuss now, because Nigerian government it is true they have more power, more strength in terms of influencing other African countries. All of them are the same thing, party. That is why you see Cameroonian president working hand in hand with the Nigerian government to go after refugees, Ambazonian refugees in Nigeria, because they are the same thing. These are people that want to hold everybody hostage. That one is aside. Someone asked PM a question. What if Nigerian government influence this court case, or maybe trying to manipulate their way out in African Union? PM said that the aim of reporting this to African Union is that he's not expecting miracle from there. They already have no plan on what to do in case if they say something like this, or if they turn down the request. Another plan is there waiting. The essence of this application or taking them to AU is for the world to see. Because even people say that na ọkụkọ si n'ife ya ji eti mkpu abụ ka egbebu ya hapụ ya na ọka ụwa n'ọnụ ya. In a water, ụwa n'ọnụ ya. So the kind of creating awareness of anything that may come out with the choice of whatever the choice they make. Of course, we all know that Nigerian government and Nigerian army believe they are more superior, they are more strength, they are more this. So they still believe that. They think that everything is about using gun. We don't pray for that. I don't pray for violence. I don't preach for violence. But to defend yourself, of course, I'm 100% in support of that. You don't just fold your hand and wait until they come to you, knocking at your door, and buy the person. It doesn't want it. The best thing is to support the Biafran government in Exile. Now they are dragging them to AU, not only because of the referendum, but also for Mazen Mekano's case. In our last program, I told us what Attorney General said, that he don't even know Mazen Mekano, he don't know Shawara, that nobody, this is a Yoruba man, that nobody will be detained out of rule of law and all that. Something that he knows that he's lying. For you to know the level of injustice and the atrocities that people are willing to commit just to maintain their relevance and take advantage of you, they don't want to do anything. They only focus on how to bring everything down to elevate themselves. And the reporter also made it clear in that article that we read in our another broadcast. He said that when they asked him, what about Sunday Igboho? He never wanted to comment on that. He focused on Shawara. That Shawara case and the Mazen Mekano case is different. Yes, it's true. Because Shawara is asking for revolution now in Nigeria. But Mazen Mekano is asking for total independence of Biafrans. But does this mean that he committed a crime? The answer is no. What it simply means that Shawara is comfortable with Nigeria. Of course, he should be, because what is the difference between Shawara and Tinubu? Just that Shawara he don't have the opportunity to stay like Tinubu. I don't believe that Shawara is a righteous person. I don't believe that. Anybody that wants to maintain the structure, to me, you have the tendency of you committing what others have committed is very, very high. But anyone that is telling you that he want to restructure everything, not restructure in Nigeria. What I mean by restructure is to everyone to go back to their base. What is your ancestral name? What was your name before white man came to Nigeria? Before the creation of Nigeria, what is the name of your place? What was your name? And what language you speak? You know, that kind of thing. Go back to your roots. Just like the Jewish people did, just like Germans, just like all these people, everybody have traced back their roots. Only in Africa, we are still clapping. Do you know that sometimes, yes, I do blame British people, but sometimes we also need to accept our own fault. How can the same white people that colonize other people, some part of in Asia, the same India was colonized by who? Britain. The same thing with Malaysia. The same thing with all these Asian countries. Indonesia, I think so. But Philippines is not Britain. I think it's America and Japan. What I'm trying to say is this: those countries had British as their boss. They colonized them, and after the colonization, they gave them their independence. Why are we still seeing having British in our constitution in every before we do anything? So we can't stand on our feet. Do you understand? This is not about Nigerian issue now. This is about black man mentality. And you see somebody that's a professor, a doctorate degree holder, we still tell you, oh, you need to go to there. His own ego is that he's talking to that he traveled to Britain to discuss about how Nigeria will be. Then you come back to Nigeria. You don't know what to do with Nigeria. Somebody somewhere that you know that have very much interest in what you have in your natural resources, you want them to tell you what. Okay, if not, when Ojukwu and Gowon went to Aburi to negotiate, what was the interest of Britain? Why must Gowon go back to British to report the outcome of the meeting that made them to influence the decision they made there, which at the end lead to the Civil War? These are the things we need to ask ourselves. Today, every Nigerian politicians have their presence in the UK. Like people are shouting P2P company is in where? He have company in UK. How many company of P2B? How many company in Nigeria is in his name? Just like all of them, many of them, all of them are the same. That's why if you are telling me that no matter how eloquent you sound in your language, in your grammar, as long as you are still believing that, let us this guy, Charlie Boy is pushing to support one Nigerian and all that. These are things that makes me weak. I feel like our people. And Mazen Magano have seen this. He have seen it all, because he said that the problem of a black man is in their brain, not you see racist or whatever racist. You are the one. Just like imagine now you are in a classroom, and a classroom of let's say 20, 25 people, and you are the most brilliant. You always take first position. In the examination hall, you will write very, very well and submit on time. So everybody knows that you are the most brilliant in the class. Even the teachers know. Somehow you start feeling more superior than other of your classmates. It is natural. That's nature. So that's what is happening between white and black. They are the one moving, building the space station. They are the one going to space, going to moon, thinking on how to discover a vaccine, and if there's any outbreak in the world today, the whole black people will be waiting for white people to do it. Do you understand? So why do you think they will just feel that both of you are at the same level? Sometimes I don't blame them when they're doing this nonsense. Some of them that are not even worth it are taking advantage of that to buy black people anyhow. That one is a different issue. But what I'm going to say is that When somebody is performing very, very well, better than other people, it is natural for that person to start feeling more superior and more important than other people. And you will see the other people as less human being. It is nature, unless that person is somebody that is maybe born again Christian, that you have Spirit of God is operating in you. But normally, my dear, it is difficult for you to see somebody that know what you don't know to believe that both of you are operating the same level. So that pomposity, that's you do know who I am. Mentality it will kick in immediately, and sometimes you don't even control it. You don't even know how to control it. That is what is playing at. So what I'm trying to say is this: most of those people that are shouting Nigeria, Nigeria, and other things, they are all the same. Just that they have not seen the opportunity to loot like other politicians are looting at the moment. That's different. So when the man said Showore and Mazagame is not the same case, I think I understand what he said there. But where I have problem is where he ignored mentioning Sunday Igboho. You understand? He don't want to mention Sunday Igboho. He emphasized more on Showore and Mazagame. Then whereas he ignored Sunday Igboho that they have released, that is, I don't blame him. I don't blame them because one, Nigerian is all about cover me, I cover you, my party, our own. It is not the fault of Oduduwa that Igbo people don't want to unite. I'm talking about the politicians, Igbo politicians, to unite and do the needful. It is not the fault of Oduduwa people. It is not their fault. Because you see somebody like Dave Omai, during the election, he was telling people his own motive is to support APC government and undermine whatever the Igbo people want to achieve in Nigerian politics, which I don't give a damn. But what I'm trying to say is that Igbos are good at turning their back on their own brother to support others because of one appointment, selfish appointment that we give to you or not. They will focus on that. Does the right people do that? The answer is no. That is why you see Fayoshe, former governor of Ekiti State, he's in a PDP. But because of the love he has, he sees Tinubu as his brother. He betrayed PDP. During the election, he betrayed PDP and threw all his support to Aswaju. We can understand that the Igbo people always choose to fight individually. If I am in APC now, the tendency of me being a minister is high. Therefore, whatever my brother in PDP or Afghan is saying, I don't care. Focus on PDP, APC, just for you to be appointed. And Dave Umahi's target was to be Senate president or vice president and all that. Why I'm touching all those things for you to know the kind of mentality that we have. Then compare it with Biafra government in exile. You see, they are just like day and night. Biafra government in exile focus on the betterment of Biafrans, not betterment of me. Not for example, the government is now moving to, table the case of Mazen Kanu to AU. Of course, they know. Most of them know what is going on. But for record purpose, let it be recorded that this thing has been tabled to them. The government have brought it to them, and this is the time we need to know the fate of AU. Truly, if they are a puppet in the hands of Nigeria, or if they are man enough to act like an independent organization, not a puppet of Nigerian government. But let's see how the thing will play out. My joy and my happiness is that the government have another way of making sure that whether they act well or not, the movement continue. And it is now clear that Nigerian government cannot, do that thing that some of them are praying that they will do to Mazen Kanu. They cannot do it anymore because everyone is awakened. As Biafran government under Prime Minister Mazen Kanu are pushing hard and doing the needful, people that are claiming that the IPOB leadership and all these things, they are busy doing stupid, senseless Sorry that I'm using this word YouTube. I don't mean to insult anybody, but I have to explain it better, the way my people will understand what I'm saying. If not, how will I present it? Because these people, what they're doing is not in line with what people actually want. There's a one guy, all of them that want to do this kind of analysis, and that sees themselves as analysts, okay, if I may use the word. They don't have they don't put their identity, no, not even their picture, not even their, that kind of thing. Anonymous platform. I don't know how they're growing it, to be honest with you. I don't know if they can it or not, because why would somebody that you are not saying something meaningful, all you do is to focus on blackmail, and all of a sudden your platform is growing? To me, it baffles me. I wonder how they do that, because I'm still learning on how Twitter works. I don't know much about Twitter. Even some people are monetizing their own and growing it. I don't know how they do that. I am yet to understand how it works. But that is a story for another day. This guy, somebody, I'm trying to get his name up. I'm trying to know his name, because I just stumbled on his post today, and I checked his past post and everything that he's doing. It seems to me that his focus is anything that PM posts, whether picture, video. He's doing investigation on PM to verify all the information and all that. Let me see if I can get his name, the name of that platform. I will not mention it. I will not mention it because some of you will rush to go and give him support. I don't want it. But what that guy is doing is to analyze many things, trying to verify this and verify that, and to kind of debunking what PM said and what PM posted. One of the recent one that he did is the picture or video of Odumeje Ebon Asawa Yefena na UK. He sent a link that this is a link of the original video where PM, took that picture, and when he posted a picture of a woman that and all that. PM posted that thing with caption that this is what Odumeje, how Odumeje visited the UK and all that, that kind of thing, which Odumeje have apologized and admitted that he was being, trapped. But the problem here is this: these people focus on that picture just to criticize PM. For example, now, if I take a picture of let's say just imagine a cup, for example, and I just bring a cup, a glass cup, and say that this cup is what Tinubu use a cup, okay, to do something, that kind of thing. Then I am talking about cup. I may use anything that represent the cup as a picture to, tag it on my post for people to understand what I'm what I'm talking about. It does not mean that cup that I posted is actually the cup the exact cup that person used. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Sometimes PM may say that Nigerian army collected wood, that kind of thing. Then he used a picture of any car that collected wood, maybe somewhere, and put it without showing the real picture of that car that he's talking about. They will say, okay, they will do their own investigation. They will now bring the link of that where PM, take that picture from, and say that this is lying. Now, if PM is lying and they don't believe on what he's saying, why is it that they are not focusing on what they should focus on to get Biafra? Because their own agitation is all about, okay, let's see what this man is doing, what he's saying, wasting their time without doing anything. My question is, why are they not focusing on getting Biafra instead of attacking PM? But this question you have asked, you have discussed it many times. So the reason is best known to them. But what I'm trying to say here is this: PM is busy, breaking records, doing the needful. One, DOS have confirmed that they are not looking for Biafra through the one of them called Methuselah, saying that they are not currently looking for Biafra. That what they're doing now is creating awareness. Yet, what are they doing to raise mass Namorkan? Have we asked ourselves that question? You are tired of looking for Biafra, fine. What are you doing to release mass Namorkan? What they are doing now is to make sure they are not agitating for Jofo, not to Jofo to be part of a Lego team, not for the Lego team or for the release of mass Namorkan. Every now and then they will go to their Twitter and post release mass Namorkan. He's a prisoner of conscience and other. You know, sometimes they keep on repeating the same sentence, the same grammar over for you to know how weak they are mentally. Very, very weak. To me, I mean, if I'm to judge them, they are not supposed to participate in anything freedom fight. Freedom to fight for your freedom is not something that everybody you will just come out and do. Like what I'm doing now, I'm just broadcasting, analyzing things. I cannot start doing like PM when I know that I don't have the strength. When I know that I can't do that, I don't have the power. You understand what I'm saying? But they are forcing nature. How can a grown-up man spending his own time to analyze his fellow man? Non-stop, everything that he do. But that thing that person is doing is something that you have admitted that you cannot do. You are not unable to do it. It's not as if you are waiting for America to come out to continue that session. No, because if that is what you are waiting for, you should focus on releasing him so that he can continue that decision. But here, you don't fight for his release, you don't fight for Biafra, and you don't keep quiet. Your own is to go after people that are doing what you cannot do. What is the point? What is the point? Anyway, let us see if you can grab one or two things from the attorney.
Shadow Grave. From 2013, we saw the emergence of the indigenous people of Biafra, the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Many of them were butchered and killed from 2015 to 2017, 2018, and of course, even in 2022 and in 2023. Many of them were killed. The last one happened in Aba, in a state called Abia State, the former Abia State, and they were protesting, and many of them were killed and butchered live in the street of Aba. After that massacre, we ordered sit at home to make sure that those who killed them were hunted down by the Biafra people. Of course, we recorded some success on that, and we continue to make sure that those who come to kill Biafrans will not live to tell the story. It is self-defense. It has been activated, and you can agree with me that since Biafra Republic Government in Exile, the unveiling of the Biafra Defense Forces, the Biafra Liberation Army, and Biafra Resistance Fighters, this barbarism, this killing has reduced to the minimum. They no longer kill our people at will. We no longer even give them that particular opportunity to kill anymore.
Richard, I see your comments. Good morning to you. Just finished from happy to see you live by this time. Thanks for your good work. Biafra. Thank you so much, Richard. I really appreciate your comment. I'm strong. Of course, I have said my shout out to you. Sonny, I thank you. And Stanley, good work, boss. I greet you, Stanley. Okechukwu Frank, good morning to you, my brother. My God bless you and your family. Amen. And long life for you and my dear brother. Amen. And you too. Long life to you too. Thank you for your compliment. I really appreciate. Thank you. And Richard, your comment is not even here. I just see you said, I don't know why it's not coming up here, but let me read it from this place. He said they cannot do anything because they have nothing to offer except working on the ground with the Nigerian government. Working on the ground like in Capping. Oh my goodness. Good job, bro. Thank you, Obi. Obi, I see you. Thank you, thank you.
I was still having broadcasts on YouTube. I have not even
Yeah, our sister is here, Chineye MC. Greeting, Mazikai. God bless you. Amen. My God bless you too, my sister. Nice to have
In
you this
fact,
hour.
after the kidnapping of Mazin Bikano, many of you organized press conference, from the special advisor to the president then, to the national security advisor, to the minister of justice, AGF, Malami. All of you organized press.
Diana, good morning. Oh, good morning, your time. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I thought you were sleeping already. Nice to see you. I hope you watched the program live, Diana, because today's program, the Biafra government attorney, that man, what he said, the way he talked about people's rights to defend themselves gives me joy. Oh my goodness, the way he talked about it is, white people, they know what human right means. They know everything, and I love the way he put it to our people that you don't need to. Even Musa just told us, said in that his interview, that they are working on how to these people. Sometimes they shame you, honestly. Your plan is to how to kidnap a PM. You don't even ask yourself if you have such rights to do that. Anyway, let's listen to this program.
On the order of the Biafra Republic.
Rose, I see you.
During the Nigeria general election, I believe many of them are ready to cast their vote. And the number of those who are waiting to cast their vote may have even increased. And on this note, I want Biafrans to listen to the awareness that we have created globally. Today in America, they are talking about Biafra. In Asia, they are talking about Biafra. Will force the American media to start writing about Biafra. It is a must, because it is going to be the beginning of the civilization in Africa. And on this note, I call on the media team to flash on the screen the latest development.
No, I know you are there, of course. I know you are there. Then I know you must be there. I know.
You how far Biafra self-referential.
You and Happy Ume don't joke with it, and I'm strong. All of you are very, very very, very serious-minded people.
Country, but there are Biafrans, and this particular awareness has penetrated, and we are now global. So, media team, flash it on the screen, and I will continue from there. Thank you.
Okay.
Hardware to be used by the Biafra Defense Force to defend our women and children from the terrorist state of Nigeria. Today, we have been able to successfully submit the application at the African Court in Banjul. And of course, the details of this application and this filing will be made public immediately after this press briefing. And on this note, our attorney, Dr. Jonathan,
and that is already in public, because he have posted it on his X handle. So if you want to read it, you go there. He have posted everything there.
Importance of this particular application at the African Union. Many other filings will be coming, as I have made very clear to the Biafra people that what we are doing is using a multi-dimensional approach for the freedom of Biafra. So now this is the legal approach that many of you may have wished that it may have come earlier than now, but no, this is the exact time, right time, that we take this necessary step. Not it shouldn't have come before, and we shouldn't wait till next month. No, this is the exact right time that we should take this particular step we've taken today. That application was submitted yesterday successfully. We've received acknowledgement, and Dr. Levy will come to give more insight on the implications on the Nigeria side about the Banjul Court application filed by the Biafra government. Officially, Biafra versus Nigeria. On this note, I thank you for your support so far. Remember, we still have a very long way to go.
So no more separatists. No more what again? What language again do they normally use? And now it's government versus government.
The 2nd of December. Nigerians and their terrorist state are not sleeping. Likewise, the Biafra people, we are also not sleeping. If you look at my eyes, you will find out that I have not slept for many days. And I am still not going to sleep until the 2nd of December. They say, Onyararora, Emegini, Ebureboya. They won. Thank you.
Okay, I think.
Thank you, the Prime Minister.
Let's.
Over to you, please.
Thank you, and thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. I also want to thank the spokesperson for making my job very easy, because we all know the background, and she summed it up very well.
Yeah, successionist. God bless you. God bless you. Okay, thank you. Successionist. You are right. That's another word.
Filed in the past many of these human rights complaints that seem to go nowhere, and my position has always been, when there is a united government of Biafra, such as there is now, we will start to see some results. So now,
did you hear that this man is acknowledging the importance of this government? Compare it with what Soyinka said. Soyinka said that he don't know why it took Biafra a very long time to to resurface. Now they know, just like PM said in his word, that it is now that they believe that this thing that Biafrans are serious. We know that I don't know the importance of Biafra government in Exile, like government in Exile before. My goodness. Now it is very clear. Even this attorney is saying it here that, let me take it back a bit. Just pay attention to what he said. I know some of you may understand, but for those of us that are not paying attention to when he started, making his speech, let's pay attention, because that word that he said at the beginning means a lot.
We still have a very long way to go. The declaration is coming on.
That is what US people don't know until today. Some of them don't even know what government in Exile means. They think it's a get together, just like party business, party meeting. Government of the world pay more attention on government in Exile than any other thing. Not watching I pretty watching it. Masman can understand this for a fact, but he was waiting for people that we, join him to do the needful, not this. And truly, nobody will use Guru and those people to join such kind of government in Exile. There's no way it's possible. You can't do that. So Masakano was right by not forming it.
thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Now listen.
I want to thank the spokesperson for making my job very easy, because we all know the background, and she summed it up very well.
Self-acclaimed is another name.
I've been involved with Biafra for a long time.
I have to pause it here. Truly, you guys, Diana is you are very, very update. Your update is very, 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 very good. And this is another one. After secessionist and self-acclaimed, yes, self-acclaimed. Oh my goodness! Now they will get used to Biafra government in Exile. They are going to get used to it because it's a strange thing to them, just like me. So, but now I think I know what it means now. I was like, let me see what government in Exile means. But when I do some little research about it, my goodness, even to carry catapult, buy gravel, buy even buy all those things, you can afford it now under government. But as a group, as a movement, as a pressure group like DOS and non-championing pressure group, you cannot do that. If you try it, I can't go for
many of these human rights complaints that seem to go nowhere.
Listen.
And my position has always been, when there is a united government of Biafra, such as there is now, we will start to see some results. So now we move forward with a filing with the African Commission, but not on our hands and knees. We don't come forward as a supplicant begging them. We come forward as the government of Biafra. In the name of the communication, the filing that's been made with the African Commission is Biafra versus Nigeria, not Masab, not some other organization, but the government of Biafra. So that is what's been filed. And thanks to the organization of the government, we had a person in Banjul who was able to negotiate the filing over the counter with the commission. So we have a file stamp on there. And now the Nigerians have to answer. The Nigerian government has to answer, but not to an organization, not to a person, but they have to answer to Biafra. And here, I'll show you. Let's see if I can just share the screen here. Bear with me.
He said that the Nigerian government have to answer, not to an organization. Do you know what you mean by that? Not to an organization, like IPOB as an organization. You don't, they can't answer to that organization, but to a government of Biafra, Biafran people, United States of Biafra. These are things that most of us don't know. Good morning, bro, from Mozambique. Nice to have you, Emeka. Emeka, our own brother from Mozambique. You are here. Okay, let's continue. I hope, how is Mozambique today? I hope everything is all right. Not like South Africa, they are buying our people. Although we are going to place that video at the end of this broadcast.
Here we go. So, if you can see this, it says, before the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, Biafra versus Nigeria. This is it. We come as equals, filing our complaint, and you can see, there it is, the file stamp of the African Commission, which was achieved in
Dr. Levy,
yes.
Are you sharing a screen? Because
no. Well, I'm trying to share the screen. Let's see.
All right.
Let me see. So let's go back. Yeah, I want everyone to see what the effort was here all about. Back here. Maybe I need to do this. How's that? Better? No? Still not.
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's good now, but yeah.
It's good. Yeah, I see it. So anyway, here, we're talking about Biafra versus Nigeria. That's the heading. So the Nigerians will see this, and they will see the first thing they see is the word Biafra, which will just cause them immense pain, because that's the word that can be said. And they have to...
The attorney said that the first word they will see is Biafra, which causes them immense pain. Because, to be honest with you, most people don't, I don't know why they, maybe because the blood of Biafrans, innocent Biafrans, they buy, it was they mentioned that in maybe Osheke somehow, because even Fulani people have suggested that they would have preferred this independence of Igbo people, freedom. Is there any way we can change? You people can change that name, Biafra. I don't know what is behind that name. That some of them they prefer to give you to support you to have your freedom, but not. Can you just go with another name? This Biafra of 15. I don't. So that's why I always say that the Biafra is more spiritual than we think. More spiritual than we think.
Answer. They don't have to. They have to answer to Biafra. That's the significance of this. And we achieved the.
Guys, please like the video. Like the video, please. Click on the like button.
So that's what we've done. Is
if you have not.
We come not.
Frank, here, Jerick, I see you.
We're giving notice.
Yeah, Jerick, I see you.
What we're essentially doing is giving notice to the African Union that they need to convey our information directly to the Nigerian government.
Master Innocent, I see you. Good morning, my Biafran people. Good morning to you, Master Innocent. Wadibia, I see you. Thank you for your comments. Please, if you have not liked the video, what are you waiting for? Just give it a thumbs up.
Bring the Nigerian government before the African Commission to answer our complaint, and they need to answer that complaint before the results are in from the referendum. Why is that? Because when the referendum or the reinstatement of Biafra occurs, and when the results are in, Nigeria is going to implode, because legally, a referendum is the way to achieve independence. We're following the law. A referendum is the internationally recognized way to achieve self-determination, or in this case, bring back the self-determination that really never went away, but now, because there's a unified government, it's going to come again. So we're asking the African Union on an emergency basis, hey, talk to these Nigerians, bring them in there, and let's get a peaceful transition going on. A peaceful transition, and this is what we want. We also want a plan for the reparations. We want the reparations. Let's see if I can turn off the screen sharing. We've got it on, but we'll get it back off. Let's see. I can't get it off. So anyway, as well as but if the Nigerians insist, then there's no choice but self-defense. But again, as a last resort. But
okay, hold on.
Going to take in every other legal proceeding that it is the Republic of Biafra, which is a co-equal to Nigeria, and this is how we're going to use the legal system and use the international system, because, as the Prime Minister has pointed out, we must defend ourselves. But we have possible ways to do this to get the international recognition that is due. And one way to do this is a referendum, going to the international organizations. But if the Nigerians insist, then there's no choice but self-defense. But again, as a last resort. But this is the multi-level approach that we're using. And we expect, on an emergency basis upon which this was filed, that the Nigerian government will answer this communication before the referendum date at the end of November, before the referendum results are due. We've made this very clear, that Nigeria must be brought into the Banjul process before the end of November. And we will wait and see what happens. If the Nigerians refuse, then the African Union will proceed without them under their rules.
Thank you very much, Dr. Levy. And of course, the Biafra government has made their stand very, very clear. As we pursue the freedom of Biafra using this multidimensional approach, diplomatic approach, political approach, legal approach, and of course, the approach of self-defense, we are not dropping down our weapons, because we are going to be annihilated by the Nigeria state. We've seen them done it in other parts of Nigeria. They are still doing it, and those people are helpless. So we have taken this position. Nothing on this planet Earth will make us go back. Only the pronunciation from the African Union on the recognition of this particular self-referendum that the Biafra Republic Government in Exile is conducting at this point. We also demand the ratification of this particular self-referendum, and in case they feel that this is not up to their standard, they are of course very free to conduct their own supervised referendum in Biafra. But the first and foremost, our demand is that this ongoing self-referendum must be ratified by the African Union and the Banjul Court. So just to ramming up, and this particular communication will be made public, and I believe that many press, journalists, and the media representatives who are here, this particular application and filing will be made public. We're not hiding anything, and Biafrans can see exactly what the government have done and what we are still going to do. There are many pending things that we are working out together with our attorney, Dr. Levy, which will come in the later days.
So, Franklin Liejika, okay, I have read your comments, and Richard said, I'm sure MLK will be proud of our PM and achievement of Biafran government in exile. Of course, I believe the same. Diana said, you will see many crying from brand envelope Nigerian journalists from tomorrow morning. Yes, and some will say Photoshop. Even this black broadcast is photo.
Before the November ending, when the self-referendum will be concluded, we will know how many voters and how many Biafrans have registered their vote. And of course, those who have voted to exit Nigeria will definitely be made public. And that publication will be in Finland during the convention. So on this note, those of you who are yet to get your tickets to Finland, please, you know where to go to the Administrator Biafra Security Administration website. That's where you get your ticket to Finland, and make sure that you do it on time, because the limit is still at 1,000. Once it is 1,000, you may not be able to make it to Finland. So please, the space is still limited. And of course, the BLT, the Biafra Liberation Tax, is still something that every Biafran, anywhere you are in the world, you must participate in it. I am very, very commending these people in South Africa. I was surprised to see this particular awareness in the street of South Africa.
To liberate our people from this
important of participating in the fundraising and other groups that have been created, you know, for the Biafra Liberation Tax. If you want to make a comment on that, you can come in. Otherwise, we go to the comment, general comment, and
to liberate our people from this added poverty and the suffering that we have been suffering from Nigeria. And my question is, for those of us who have been helping people to be voting online, the receipt with us now is too much, and it is hard for me to identify who is who from the receipt, because the receipts are almost the same thing. I want to know if there will be need at the end of the voting, if everybody is going to be coming with their receipt one by one. How are we going to identify it? Most especially those of us that are voting online, that are helping people to vote. Thank you, my Prime Minister.
You don't need to come with any receipts. All we need to see is to see those numbers rising on our end.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Chinemere and Sam, unmute yourself. Chinemere and Sam, you have the mic.
Yeah, good morning, dear friends. Good morning, my Prime Minister. Good morning, everybody. I have a question. Knowing fully well that Nigeria is so devilish and so evil, very like Satan himself is in Nigeria. So knowing all these things, if they did not appear or respond to this application, what will be our next step? Thank you, sir.
Our next step is exactly what we are doing. We don't care whether they respond or they don't respond. Well, we have formally filed this application, and if they don't respond, it is in the record that we have done it. And our demands and concerns were well stated in that application. Like I said, I'm going to make it public. So we're going to post it public. There is nothing hidden anywhere. So every person who is interested will go and see for themselves. And if Nigeria do not respond, the 2nd of December, after the 2nd of December, we are going to continue what we have planned to do. And of course, the rest will be history. We have defeated Nigeria as of today. You can see them crying. This is a country that spent billions of dollars in their military, whatever, but because the land is against them, the spirit of Biafra, they massacred for over 50, 60 years. They can never be appeased without the freedom of Biafra people. You hear the Chief of Defense Staff claiming that when they go by air to combat Biafra land, they don't see anything. It is only in the public. That's an open confession. that they go to bomb Biafra, but they can't see anything from the air. Have you ever seen anything like that? Where the chief of the defense of a nation will come to a national TV and open mouth and talk anyhow. That they go to bomb Biafra land and they can't see anything from the air. So the land is against them. And more of this confession will come. Just watch and see. So if they don't respond, we don't care. Like I have discussed with our attorney, my intention of doing this is to fulfill every requirement. So that tomorrow, when somebody will come and ask Simon Ekpa, why are you taking this particular step you are taking? I will have enough reason that is reasonable enough for people to support the exit of Biafra. It is the only way to save life of millions of people so that Nigeria will not massacre us again and go free. So we are doing it not just for the record purpose, but also to make sure that those approach that we talked about, that we followed all of them, not just coming to social media and talk without action. Our action is beyond just self-defense.
Okay, so we are going to end this video here. Let me quickly share with us what our people are passing through in South Africa. I have not watched the video, but I think I got the notification from PM. Let me see. Let us watch it together and hopefully.
Biafra is going. Anything that they do, Biafra is going. Kind of life and direct, we are going. So that goes because we need it to go. I want to go to it. Let's go over in our place. I want to buy this. I am an to a plan. On that group, let us never. We can't get to party, but we can't buy it. We just bring it to us. We just okay. We can't buy it. Get them up normal. I need to do that. You know that's what I have to do. And I want to. They are tired. You know my father. I don't know how one of that. Some people that this thing, I go there for them. They make them up. So because when you're gonna matter, if it's a plan, you know how to go with that.
In South Africa. Sorry if you don't understand Igbo language. What this our brother is saying that he's encouraging people, Igbo Biafrans in South Africa, to go and vote. That the countries are not South Africa, hate them. They don't want to welcome them people anymore. That people should go and vote. If you think that Biafra is not coming, that Biafra is coming, that life and direct, according to what he said, that you don't need to stay in the country, is that in South Africa any longer. It is time for you to make an arrangement to go back home. Otherwise, you may go back, they may carry their body, the body of the person back home, because the record the guy has in 2021, 160 something people, they fired in them in South Africa. Just in 20, I don't know if it's from 2021 to date or only that year, but it is very, very good. So 100, wow. That's like a war zone. Chineye MC, you cannot hear me. Please confirm if you can hear me because everything is working here. I don't know why you guys say you cannot hear me. No voice, no sound. It's okay now. Wow. So what could be the reason? Anyway, I was saying that this guy have a business. I think his business is something funeral. All right, that's why maybe he's part of maybe he's doing that as a business, sending dead body to Nigeria or to mortuary. I don't know, or to bury them in South Africa. So that's why he have the record of our people that died in South Africa, 100 and something people, maybe from 2021 to date, or that 2021 alone in South Africa. So he was busy telling our people that they should make plan to leave South Africa because South Africa government and South African people have been showing to them that they are not welcomed in their country. So that is it. We are going to end the program now. Okay, we are going to end it now. This is 1 hour 17 minutes, or let me say 1 hour 18 minutes. So thank you so much for your support, and thank you. Before you go, like the video and share it if you can to any group you are, maybe WhatsApp group or Facebook group. If you're not subscribed to the platform, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, and you can also subscribe to our second channel as well if you have not. Kai Report Clip. We are trying to make sure that we have enough subscribers there, so before we can kick on there. Thank you so much, and see you again tomorrow. Good night. Sleep well. Bye bye for now. Thank you all.